What's up, Cooksy Mob? So we have the biggest race of national pride for the world this weekend. It's the Motocross Nations. Yes, I like to say the S, guys. I know it's Motocross Nations, but I like to say the S. So stop telling me I don't know how to pronounce it. I do. I just like doing it my way because, well, that's the way I run things. I do it my way. I want to first start this video by giving a huge shout out and thank you to Christian Craig, Aaron Plessinger, and RJ Hampshire. You guys are absolute savages. You have put your careers on hold and you have raised your hand and chose to go represent the United States at the biggest race and the most prideful race nationalistically in the history of the sport. With that said, I don't care how they do. These guys are three heroes, and it doesn't matter if they don't even make the main. I don't care. The fact that they had balls enough to raise their hand, and yes, I said this, and I stand by that the promoters use this race to manipulate people, to get people to do things that they wouldn't normally do for their own financial benefit. And yes, they use national pride to do that. But I'm going to put that aside and just say, hey, that doesn't mean anything to Christian Craig, RJ Hampshire, and Aaron Plessinger right now. They have raised their hands and they are representing the red, white, and blue, and they got my support. And thank you to Roger DeCoster. I have been very, very critical of Roger on multiple occasions, but guess what? When the time came, he got his riders to go. So thank you, Roger DeCoster, and everybody involved with Team USA. While it's not the best team that we could have possibly fielded on paper, hey, these are the guys that raised their hand. These are the guys that are going to go put their asses on the line, put their careers on the line for their countries. And that also goes out to Australia, England, France, all the other countries. I love that they stand up. And like I said, I'm not going to dwell on the promoter exploiting them because I do still believe that. I do believe this race should be held every 2 years, and I believe that they should get a lot more, but I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to move past that. This is the biggest year ever for Australia. They've never won this race. And on paper, they're the best team. They got Jet Lawrence, who's pretty much fastest man on the planet, the best racer on the planet, and the biggest star right now, other than Hayden Deegan. That's arguable. We could go tit for tat, but I don't want to get into that debate. He's huge right now. Worldwide, Jet Lawrence is the man. Hunter Lawrence, he's the big question mark on that team, believe it or not. Not Dean Ferris, Hunter Lawrence. That back injury, and yes, I know everybody, I did see him walk. He could barely walk. But back injuries are weird. You can go from frozen one day to fine the next day to frozen the next day. I don't know how it's going to go for him, but if he can get in 2 good motos, then they have a really good shot because I think Jet's going to win both his motos. But that's not a guarantee. It's one race. Anything can happen. It's one race in a GP setting with all the best riders in the world. You've got mixed with 250s, 450s. It's a wild race when the best team on paper doesn't always come out on top. But man, I'll tell you what, guys. While I bleed red, white, and blue, I'm also cheering for Australia this week. They are the team, and they've always, and it's kind of, I've kind of adopted them because both the Lawrence brothers race in the United States. They're the champions here. They've won pretty much everything except for the Super Motocross SMX final in the 250 class, which went to Hayden Deegan. Everything else was Lawrence's this year. And that's all in America. And they call our series over here the World. It's not the World. It's an American championship. And that's the American champions representing Australia in this. This is a world event. The Des Nations is absolutely a world event. I will, like, that's undoubtedly, that's the most ridiculous argument anyone could ever make, is that it's not. I mean, it's literally based on that. But Dean Ferris, he's got a lot of American ties too. He's ridden for Star Yamaha. He's been over here. He had that amazing run at High Point a few years ago where he got second. I believe he got second in the first moto. The dude has talent. But I think they're going to need 2 motos out of him because I don't know. Hunter's that big question mark with his back. Dean Ferris is going to have to get in 2 solid motos to make this thing happen. But hey, this is a wild race, and Australia, I'm pulling for you. America, Christian Craig, Aaron Plessinger, RJ Hampshire, you guys already won by going, by raising your hand, by being the badasses. the fact that you guys are putting in the effort, you guys win. So I appreciate it, and I don't care where you guys finish. I will not critique you guys as far as, not being the right guys, because you're the right guys. You're the ones that raise your hand. So I know you guys hate the sponsor plugs, but guess what? I need those. Financially, it hasn't been the best few years for me. So every penny counts right now. Yes, it does. It absolutely does. I'm changing careers. And for those of you in real estate, you understand the difficulty of leaving one career and moving into a next, in particular one where you only get paid commission when you do deals. Well, guess what? I'm brand new. I haven't done deals yet. I'm working on it. So yes, my sponsors matter to me big time. And plus, Complete Racing Solutions, Coach Rob, one of my best friends. Love this guy. He runs what I consider to be the best program. He is the most transparent and authentic trainer you'll ever deal with. In fact, if you're not happy with his program, he gives you your money back. They start at $22 a month. If you commit for a year, you get it at $14 a month. At no risk. If it doesn't work, he gives you your money back. Epic Garage Designs. Epic and Travis have helped me out a ton in this last couple of years, just because, financially, things haven't been perfect. Tucker Power Sports went right out of business because they had a horrible CEO. Yeah, Mark McAllister's an idiot. But, hey, we all choose our own paths, and that was the path that I was on, and I want to thank Travis. And if you want, just go check out Epic Garage Designs online. Check out their racks. Check out that stuff. And, just give them a look. Ride Strapped. I love Ride Strapped. Ride Strapped's awesome. Chris is a like I said, I partner with people I genuinely like. I hung out with Chris at the Super Motocross event. He had me up in his motorhome. I couldn't have hung out with better people, him and his dad. So support Ride Strapped. And then Precision Transport. Precision Transport supports motocross. Patrick is also a big jiu-jitsu guy. I love MMA, so support them. Like I said, my sponsors are also my friends, and I appreciate them. And I hope you guys don't get mad about these sponsor plugs, because I really need them. I like them. And they're people I want to support, and I hope you guys do too. One of my favorite parts of the off season is seeing the guys with their new teams. We got through the week of ridiculous posts thanking all their old sponsors. They did that last week. Now this week is the week I like. I don't like those generic, break up on good terms. Listen, you broke up because it didn't work. Somebody wasn't happy with somebody didn't pay enough, you moved on. I get it. That's how those things go. But now we've moved past that, and we got this new fresh beginning, this new relationship. Levi Kitchen on the Kawasaki, Max Voland on the Kawasaki, Ryder DeFrancisco on the gas, and the big one, which, if you guys remember, I was the one that broke the news that Chase Sexton was going to KTM. I broke that. And you guys not you guys, but a lot of people told me I was fake news, told me I was making things up. Yeah, well, what do you say now? I have good sources. I knew that one a long time ago. I don't always know everything, but when I get something like that and I have it solid, I go with it. I don't know how that's going to go for him, but I do like that he's changing his number too, going to the number 4. Number 4 is an interesting number, being that Ricky Carmichael, greatest of all time, kind of owns that number. But Blake Baggett made it look pretty good on a KTM too. Let's not forget that. And the number is a number. I had some people complaining to me about how the AMA changed the rules, and they said SMX points don't count towards your national number, and they felt like Deegan got robbed on that one. And maybe he did, but truly, I don't really give a crap about numbers. I don't think numbers matter as much. I'm not one of those number geeks. It's the number on your bike. I look at riding style, the look, like the number is just the number. It helps me identify them. I just like when people stay with the same one so I can recognize them. I don't care what the actual number is, and I don't care about, I would just like to see a permanent numbering system all the time. I don't really care what they earn, what they don't earn, what points count, what points don't. Let's just give guys permanent numbers when they go in the pros. Pick your number, go with it. And I like that they keep the single digits for champions. Only champions can pick single digit career numbers. Great. All good on me. I say go for it. If you earn that, go for it. But all the other numbers, I would like to see them just stay where they're at. So that's how I feel about the numbering system. As for the AMA changing it after the season was over, come on. Would I expect anything else from the AMA? They make up rules on the fly. They call it a suggestion book for a reason, because it's not a rule. They just make it up. I don't like that. If you're going to make the rule, that's fine. If you're going to change the rule, you have to do it in between the seasons. You don't get to make a rule and then change it mid-season unless it's something that has a competitive advantage and they have to change it. That should be an anomaly. It should not be the regular. And that's where I have a problem with them changing the numbering and not making SMX points count. You can't change it after the fact. That's garbage. So in that sense, yes, Deegan got screwed. But, you know, it is the AMA. I mean, would you guys expect anything else from them? So anyway, guys, remember, subscribe. This channel means a lot to me. I get to come on here. I've earned a spot to share my opinion of things, and I'm trying to make it better. And I know a lot of you guys complained. A lot of people complained about the Rhino video, saying it was too high schoolish or whatever. But let me just explain to you where I was coming from on that. Ryan Hughes came on my show with me for 40 minutes and we talked. I felt like we were two adults hashing it out. When we were done, he was cool, I was cool. I thought we were fine. But then he went behind my back and trashed me on another show. I don't like that. Like, he's literally the guy screaming, I say what I want. If I've got a problem, I'll say it to your face. And then he is betraying his own morals and saying that behind my back. Of course it pissed me off. And yes, I was a little bit emotional when I did that video, but do what you say and say what you're gonna do. Are you perfect? No, neither am I. I am not perfect, but I'll tell you what, if we have a problem and I talk to you and I tell you face to face, it's over, we're good, then it's over and we're good. And if something else comes up that pisses me off, I will come to you. That's how I work, and that's how human beings should work. People saying I should just leave it alone, that's a problem in society right now. People leave shit alone. Don't leave it alone. That's how scumbags survive, because people are afraid to hold them accountable because of backlash like what I got. I don't care. I don't care about the backlash. If you do something stupid that is underhanded and you want me to just let it go, be the bigger person, I guess I'm not. I'm not a bigger person. I'm gonna call you out, and I think everyone else should. So anyway, guys, that's it for now. Remember, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.